Number 1, control what you can control. When I was in 7th grade, I got cut from the A team in travel basketball. It crushed me. I thought I deserved to be there, but I wasn't. But my B team coach said something that stuck with me forever. He said, "Mark, don't let a coach define your basketball career." So I didn't. I worked harder. I became aggressive on the court, and I learned to fight for every possession and every opportunity. Now that cut became the fuel for me to work harder than anyone else. Shout out to my old coach who instilled the dog mentality into me back in the day. So the bottom line is, you can't let external things control your basketball career. You're in charge of what happens, man. Control what's in your control. Number 2, obsession separates you. I have a story to share with you. Sophomore year, I decided I was going to shoot 400 shots a day. And that wasn't even counting the hours I spent in the gym, lifting, and doing skill work. Some older players on my team thought I was crazy. And maybe I was, but I didn't care. See, most people never go all in. Most people chase the results without doing the work. And guess what? They never catch the results. And by the end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year, I could feel that difference. My game, my confidence, and my understanding of basketball, it was on another level compared to last year. So I realized that doing the work others won't is the only way to achieve the results that other people only dream about. People will probably call you crazy when you go all in. Let them talk. Because if you want to be exceptional in life, you have to be the exception. You have to be different. So normal people will not understand your weirdness. That's just how it goes. Don't expect other people to understand your obsession. Number 3, take the first step. A lot of basketball players stress out about the perfect workout routine. They spend all their time worrying about making the best plan to stick to instead of actually sticking to a plan. Your workouts do not have to be perfect. I'm going to say that again. Your workouts do not have to be perfect. However, you do have to do the work. Let me relate this to YouTube. So I started this YouTube channel back in October of 2023. October 30th to be exact. Starting this YouTube channel was scary. But none of that mattered, because I knew from the very jump that I would never quit. And if I never quit, I could never fail. And when I uploaded my first ever video to this channel, you can still watch it. It's public. If you scroll to my oldest videos, you can see it. The videos are really bad. But just 2 years later, God has blessed me with over 20,000 subscribers. And by the way, this community is awesome. I love y'all boys, man. And that number isn't just luck. It's proof that work works. Now here's something you should remind yourself of every single day. It's a Bible verse. I have it taped to my wall right in front of me. It is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Number 4, focus on footwork. Let's think of one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather. When we're watching Floyd Mayweather, most people only pay attention to the punches he's throwing and the cool dodges he's doing. But take a look at the footwork. The footwork is what makes Floyd Mayweather Floyd Mayweather. And to relate this to basketball, clean footwork is the cornerstone to a basketball player's success. Think about it. If you can't move well, you can't get anywhere. See, footwork is your foundation. The better footwork you have, the better the rest of your game will be. And footwork in basketball is not just about being smooth. No, sir. It's about having the ability to change your pacing or change your directions to throw off a defender. Think of guys like Luka Doncic, unorthodox and herky-jerky, but they score the basketball at will. Number 5, watch and study film. Watching film is a non-negotiable for serious basketball players. The main goal is to really understand the game. You know, it's about noticing the small details that most players miss. Most players that I've worked with make the mistake of rushing through their film sessions. You know, they just try to get it done and say they did it instead of actually absorbing the information. It's like reading a book really fast just to say you read 100 pages.
I observed a lot of my career is how players study film, because now it's become like you watch game film, you see what you do right, you see what you do wrong. Okay, let's do more of that, let's do less of that, right? But the way I grew up was broken down to the smallest detail. It was broken down to the right angle. It was broken down to foot placement, timing.
Take your time and just pay attention. Get the information. You should always take notes when you're watching film. Pay attention to the mistakes you make and tackle them one at a time in your practices. If you want more information on watching film, I made a video just recently. You can find it in the card somewhere on this video. Check that video out. It'll help you a lot. Number 6, form shoot. Bro, I am telling you, if you form shoot before every practice and every game, you will perform so much better. Shooting is mostly muscle memory, and form shooting reinforces that mind-muscle connection so well. Trust me on this one, bro. Shoot 50 to 100 form shots before your next practice or before your next game and report back to me. Let us know in the comments how it went. And by the way, for future reference, you're welcome. Number 7, keep your training simple. If you want your practices to translate to your games, your practices have to be game-like. All these drills people are talking about on social media where you do a somersault into a backflip over a chair, it's just stupid, bro. Your training should emulate what you do in games. Point blank, period. For example, you should recreate plays that happen in your team's system. For me, when I was in high school, I always recreated coming off the wing and catching a handoff. That's what we did. Don't let the fancy drills fool you. They will not help you like the basics will. Do not forget about your conditioning. Conditioning is extremely important. I know this firsthand, and other people that grew up not being well conditioned or being the fat kid on the team and then leveled up their conditioning will tell you firsthand it is a game changer. Have fun. Most basketball influencers will just shove this narrative down your throat. Pause. That you need to grind in basketball. You know, you gotta get 1% better every day. Man, shut up, bro. The fastest way to improve at the game of basketball is to make the journey fun. If you have fun playing the game, you won't even need discipline to push through your workouts. If you are having fun, you will push yourself further than others are willing to go because you just love it. Have as much fun as you can playing the game of basketball and just be happy that you get to play the game. I am telling you that playing basketball is a privilege and the game is meant to be fun. Don't take that fun away from yourself, and don't let some coach or anybody else around you take that from you either. Track your progress. Think about it. If you never track your progress, how do you know that you're improving at the game of basketball at the most effective rate possible? You don't. It's just like weightlifting. If you don't track your progress, it would be much harder for you to gain muscle as fast as possible because you don't know how much weight you can put on the bar for progressive overload. I actually made a basketball training journal for that exact purpose. So if you're interested, click the second link in the description. Now, if you want to learn what I would do if I started over as a basketball player, click this video. But as always, keep God first. Stay blessed, bro. Love y'all, boys.